Alright, today I'm here with my son Ben, and we're going to break down his weight and his body fat. Now, it's something a lot of people don't focus on. Matter of fact, what most people do focus on is stepping on the scale and they see their weight and they want to see that weight drop. But dropping weight is not necessarily the right thing, because you could be losing lean tissue, your lean muscle mass, and not body fat, which doesn't do you any good, because then you'd be just fat with no muscle mass. So today Ben weighed in at what?
131.
Okay, 131. And what was your body fat percent?
It was 6.4.
6.4%. Okay, so he's at 131, 6.4%. So we're gonna break this down to figure out a couple things. We wanna know how much of his body weight is lean tissue and how much of it is fat. Okay, so lean and fat. Matter of fact, I recommend that you guys do this, and maybe every week, every 2 weeks, you're gonna take your weight, take your body fat, and figure out these numbers so you can compare them to the week before or when you originally started, to make sure you're moving in the right direction. If we see our weight drop, that's fine, okay? But our weight can actually do three things. It can actually go up, it can go down, and it can stay the same, and that's okay, if the rest of it is changing the right way, okay? Your body fat percent though, if you're trying to lose weight, we wanna see it go down, or maybe you're just trying to maintain and we wanna see it stay the same, so it's gonna be equal to where it's at right now. The lean mass though, and the muscle or the body fat, we want to make sure that those are going in the right direction. Okay, so your lean should stay the same, or you want to see your muscle mass go up, because as you get older, we lose muscle. Okay, so we want to make sure we're adding more muscle, so as we get older, we just naturally lose muscle. We're still in a good, healthy position. Okay, so I'm going to put an arrow up and an equal sign for that one, and then for the body fat, we just want to see it go down. Or maybe you're at a point where you don't want to maintain, it's going to stay the same. Okay, so in this case, it's going to go down, or it's going to maintain there, okay? So let's figure out where Ben is today and see where he's at. So right now, Ben has typed in the calculator 131, which is his weight. Now for your percentage, if you were to type in the calculator and put in 6.4%, the calculator is automatically gonna move the decimal point. But a little cheater is if you're at, for example, say 13%, let's see if I can do this somewhere where I can write it down and show you guys. If you're at 13%, okay? What's gonna happen is the calculator is going to move the decimal point 2 points in front. In this case, Ben is at 6.4, so it's still got to move it 2 decimal points. So when we type in the calculator, we're actually going to put in 0.064 in this case, because his decimal point moved 2 spots, okay? So we're going to take 131, we're going to multiply it by his percent, so 0.064, and that's going to give us his actual body fat. So his body fat in this case is what? 8.384. We're just gonna make it 0.38, okay? Now what we wanna do is, we know his weight right here, we know his body fat poundage right here, so we gotta subtract this from that. Now, if this is confusing to you guys, let's just look at it like this. A lot of females probably can relate to this. Imagine going to the store and you're gonna buy yourself a purse, and it's 30% off. You're trying to figure out how much you're going to save, right? You know the cost is, say, $200, and if it's 30% off, that you know 30% of 200 is what? Oh, come on. $60, right? $60 what you're gonna save. So it costs 200, and you know that you're gonna save 60, you know you're paying 140. That's basically what you're doing right here, okay? So in this case, we know that we take the weight, 131, subtract it from the weight of the body fat now, and get the difference. Wanna figure that out?
Sure.
Okay, so take that on the calculator. So we're gonna take 131, subtract it from 8.38. Okay, so we know that his lean mass now is 122.62, okay? Now that we have these numbers, this is why it's important. So next time he weighs in, he wants to make sure that these numbers are moving proportional to what I drew on here. So we want to see his lean mass go up or stay the same. In this case, you want to build more lean muscle mass. So we want to see his numbers going up if he's making the right progress, okay? Now, some of you guys are focused on losing weight and you're afraid of seeing the scale go up a little bit. You got to keep in mind, look at this. We're going to kind of change the perspective just a little bit. Ben wants to gain weight. That means that he wants to see the scale go up, kind of, right? There's a flaw in that too. He can actually lose 3 pounds, say of body fat here, and then gain 3 pounds of lean tissue, which is what he wants. He wants to gain more muscle mass. but the scale stayed the same because he lost 3 pounds of fat, he gained 3 pounds of muscle, but he's still moving in the right direction and his weight still stayed the same. That's why I could say it could be equal to, okay? So make sure that these numbers are moving proportional to where you want to go. That's the key. This is what you should be tracking. If you're stepping on the scale and you're tracking your weight that way, you're tracking your progress, you are doing the worst thing possible because like I said, you can see your weight drop 10 pounds, and if I actually did your body fat and it was all pure muscle mass you lost, and you kept all your body fat, you're not moving in the right direction, so you're celebrating for the wrong reason. All right, so now we had these numbers. We can check these in later. Good job, Day. Good leg workout.